Yes.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
How are you doing today?
Yes, how are you all doing today? I am Katy. I am the president and CEO here at Goodwill, New York, New Jersey, and I have some very special guests on the couch. We are trying a new format. We just put this together, and we're so excited to have Mellisa Rodriguez,
Yes.
Antonio, here with us. Oh, connecting to audio and can't hear you. Let's see here. Do you want to double check? Sorry. Well,
One
just to make
moment,
sure.
please.
Oh,
There we
we're
go.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think we're okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, so I want to say happy spring to you guys and talk kind of to the audience, and then we're going to have a little talk here at the couch, here at the Goodwill headquarters in Brooklyn. We've got a Brooklyn guy here. And so happy spring. You know, Goodwill loves spring. Mainly because of a lot of reasons, but there's some really important months. One is it's Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month here in March, and two, it's spring cleaning. So it really speaks to our double impact, and our double impact is sustainable fashion and helping people with the power of work by bulldozing barriers to employment. And you're going to hear about not just employment, but really bringing talent from everyone and really celebrating that talent. So we're so excited about this, but I like to start with a couple statistics, which is the why. Why is it important that people with disabilities get into the workforce, stay into the workforce, and really get to grow there? And it's important because unfortunately in New York City, we continue to have a higher than the rest of the country unemployment rate.
Yes, we do.
And so it's, and we've lost about 300,000 jobs that have not returned, mainly in hospitality and retail here in New York. So while you may be hearing overall that the country's recovered from COVID and everything's gone back, here locally, that is just not the case. So we still know that there are a lot of people out of work and that jobs simply have not returned. We also know that here, let's see if I have my exact marks here, but we know the experts call it the Great Reshuffle, and that millions of workers have resigned and changed jobs. So there is one silver lining with that, is that more people with disabilities have had an opportunity to get into work. We see in tight labor markets that employers take this opportunity to maybe expand their hiring. And so we've seen that in the numbers, which is great. So we will take that as a win, that more employers are looking to different populations that they may have overlooked in the past, and we could just show off the talent. And you'll hear about that a little bit today, is showing off talent and letting people really grow in their work. People with disabilities outperforming their peers without disabilities, and according to January report on national trends in disability employment from the Kessler Foundation, which is a wonderful report because it really gives us a lot of this information. In fact, the labor force participation rate for persons with disabilities from 35.1% in 2021 to 37.8% in 2022.
Wow.
So again, more people in the labor force working. Now, still lots of work to do, lots of folks unemployed that would love to be working and love to create more independence in their life and get a chance to do all that. So let me introduce the folks on the couch. I've got Mellisa Rodriguez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mellisa Rodriguez. I am a job coach for Bridges Success, and I'm here and I coach Antonio at CBS.
Yes, my name is Antonio Hall, and I'm in Poland called Goodwill.
Great. Well, Mellisa, I'm going to start with you a little bit. Just you're new here at Goodwill, but you've been in nonprofit your whole career.
Yes.
What do you like about Goodwill? What's inspired you working with this, since it's Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, working with folks with developmental disabilities? What do you learn from this group?
I learn a lot. They actually teach me, to have more patience, Absolutely. You have to have patience, And Antonio has proved to me he can do it. Whatever I can do, he can do. He absolutely do. He's growing. And I'm so proud of him. And this is what makes me get up every day and coach him.
Appreciate that.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, we have many programs, different programs. And again, our emphasis is on that exact thing, that person-centered approach to people with disabilities. What are you interested in? What do you like to do? So, Antonio, let's get to know you a little bit. tell us a little bit about what's going on in your life before you came to Goodwill.
What was going on in my life before I came to Goodwill is that I graduated from high school called Urban Assembly School of Music and Art at the age of 17 years old with a local diploma. And then after I graduated from Urban Assembly School, I didn't know how to get a job, so I didn't work. So I stayed home for a while. Then I got accepted at Goodwill in 2017.
Oh, that's
Nice.
great. 2017.
Yes.
And why did you come to Goodwill?
Why I came to Goodwill is to get a job, make friends, to be more independent, and to have my own place.
Ooh.
Yeah. And how has Goodwill helped you with those personal goals of yours?
My team helped me, assisted me how to strengthen my social skills, how to behave at program and at work.
Wow.
That's great. And then tell me a little bit about work.
About work,
You know, so you
I started with the internship that Goodwill gave me. And then after that, I did it for 8 weeks straight. And then I got accepted to do then I got the paid internship.
Great. Now, we haven't mentioned your employer yet. Where are you working now, and where did you have this internship?
I got this internship in CVS in 14th Street.
CVS at 14th Street.
Yes.
Now, there is a program that Goodwill does with CVS.
Yes.
It's called a mock store, right? And so you
Yes.
did that program.
Yeah, I did the mock store. I had a blast for doing that mock store.
And so that program is designed where it feels like I've been inside of it. It looks totally like a CVS.
Yes.
And you go in and it's for people with developmental disabilities and it's 8 weeks. And what do you do when you're in that training?
When I did it for the 8 weeks, I stocked the shelves, how to face the stuff to the front. And then if you don't know where the stuff belongs, you ask questions. So when I ask questions, they help me. And look where I came now.
Yeah.
And so then you go through the application process. Was that a little bit nerve-wracking?
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But I made it through. So
Yeah.
you
Yes,
see.
you did.
Well, that's awesome. So now I want to get to this part. So tell me, when you first started, you're at the Fulton store
Yes.
in Manhattan.
Mhm.
So you started in one position, and then we'd like to hear how you and Mellisa maybe helped advocate for you in a new position.
So I work at 129 Fulton Street, Manhattan, and I've been there for 3 years now, since 2019. And look, now it's 2023. So I started as a customer service, doing stock shows, ask the customer if they need help. If they need help, I guide them to see where the belongings go and what out. And then I wanted to do a stock self-checkout. And then I got promoted to do self-checkout in December 2022.
Yes, you
From my
did.
help from Mellisa Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you so
So
much.
Mellisa, tell us what happened when you met Antonio and how you guys worked together.
Yes, we did. So when I came on board with Antonio, he was very adamant about, listen, I can do this. I can work the front. I can do this. I can do exactly what she does. I said, you can? He said they would give it to him periodically, but he wanted it full time. So I had a conversation with Mr. Harrison and he let me know, let's try it out. So they've tried it out and they was like, wow, he can do it on his own. Now he's the face of CVS Fulton. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You walk in there, you're going to see Antonio Hall.
And those are busy days,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's
A
amazing.
lot of responsibility.
I love that. You're clearly excited about it.
Yes, I am.
Now, was there what do you like most about that job or about this current job at the self-checkout?
So what I like about self-checkout is that you could help the customers, like if they need help, like at the self-checkout, or if they need help with the belongings and stuff, I help them at self-checkout, and then I greet the customer when they come in and greet them when they go out.
Yeah, and so it makes a great experience at CVS.
Yes.
They must come back. Do you have regulars that you know?
Yes, I do. Some know my name.
Yeah.
Because they could.
Name tag, maybe?
Yeah.
Because my name is Antonio, and most of them, they do know me, and they was like, "Oh, he's a great helper."
Very helpful.
Yeah, very respectful. I like to help my coworkers or help the customers if they need help. I'm right there.
That's awesome.
He got a survey recently.
Yeah. It's a special survey. Tell us about that.
Survey was my top favorite survey of the bunch. So a guy came in that day, it was in January of 2023. So a guy came the next day, it was on a Sunday, and he said he forgot his item, 2 items that he forgot. And I was like, oh, I can help you with that. I was like, what item you left? I was like, oh, I got to ask my manager. So I spoke to AJ. He said, I had to check the camera to see if he left it or he didn't. And when I said AJ, he said, yes, he did left it. He forgot it. So I said, the guy, me and the manager helped him. I was like, look, you could get your items. And I gave him the items. And I was like, can you do a survey? Because me helping you. He said, yes, you were so friendly, helpful. And I love your assistant. Look, the survey, I was blown away with that survey. And look.
Nice.
And what did you get to see the survey?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I sent it to everyone on board, his care manager, everyone that's on board. I definitely informed everybody.
That's so great.
You know, I love to be a bearer of good news.
Yes,
Good
exactly.
news. And that
What's a nice thing, you know, it does take that extra minute when you're in a store, when you get great customer service to say thank you. That's so great. You really made an impression. Somebody really has to make a big impression because we interact with a lot of people at stores. I do. So I
And he was so happy that he got his items.
yeah.
And look, I got the survey.
That's awesome. I mean, you definitely are providing great customer service at
Thank you
CDS.
so much.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And what do you like most about the job? Or do we already talk about that? I guess the surveys. One of the things.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. I mean, tell me a little bit more about. I know one of your goals was independence, and you were saying making friends. And tell us, like, how are the rest of your life going? And then I want to ask you another question about your personal interests.
So what when we have a program, I always love program because the staff is always helping me, like Candace, Tanika, Curtis, Natalia, Shakira, Molly and Kimberly. They always been helpful, and you see they help you get a job. And look, I came a long way. I made progress.
Oh yeah,
and I'm so happy I came this far.
So
But I
tell me about your dancing and you like.
I thought that I would not come this far, but it doesn't matter where you come from and stuff. So look, I'm so happy. And I got a lot of peers. They got my back and I got their back.
Yeah, I mean, I see you with your peers here because we're all here at 25L.
Yes, we are.
In Brooklyn, and you're a Brooklyn guy, right? This is your place, right? So Goodwill's been here in Brooklyn for 107 years.
Wow.
We were founded here right across the street on State Street. Many years ago, before you were born.
Yeah.
But we've been thought of many years ago. But Goodwill's been here helping the Brooklyn community and the New York community for many years. But it's fun to have the Brooklyn energy here. But your peers are great. I see you with your peers. So you work and are still in programs. So this is a progression also at Goodwill. So I do want to take a moment to explain that. We've got Antonio's in a day program with us, which is the Brooklyn Possibilities, and you are
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn. That's a thing. Yeah. And then we've got Sam. So we keep going. We keep So it's a day program without walls. Out in the community, being a part of everything, and it's really
he's very dedicated. Gets up every day, goes and does what he has to do.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so we wanted to talk about independence, which you're talking about. Oh, and you're singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first came to program, I thought I was not going to choose this program, but then look, I'm here at program. We do karaoke with my peers. And I've been singing since I was 13 years old.
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe we can hear a little something.
Yes. I'm going to do that then. Then we've been doing talent shows with Selena, and the talent show was in.
Did you win?
Yeah. No, it was like just a talent show.
Just for everyone.
For
everyone, okay.
Yes. And one song I did was "When You Believe" by Whitney Houston.
Wow.
And everybody was like, "Oh, I never know he could sing." And look, I've been singing since I was 13 years old.
Nice.
Yes.
And dancing.
And dancing. I love to dance.
That's great. And
Yes.
so, any more things that you feel like you can do now that you weren't able to do before Goodwill?
Yes.
Work, dancing, peers.
Yes, like
Booking your own appointment.
yes, I booked my doctor appointments. I booked my accessory
Awesome.
to go to program and to go to work all by myself. I help my staff with tours and presentation about the program.
I've been on those tours.
Yes.
They're great. If you are interested in coming on a tour, please let us know.
Yes. Yes, and they're so grateful. I love my staff and my Marty and Emily. They always been grateful and stuff. So then also I stay home by myself come home at work. My mom feel very comfortable leaving me at home. So she feels safe. So I always love my mom. And then also my interests, I love to sing, dance, spend time with my peers at program. They're so nice to me. I've always been nice to them too. And we've been having
his social skills is on point.
And we got a lot of new peers coming to the program. And I could give you a few. Brian Wu, he's so cool to be around.
Yeah.
Then we have Christian. That's always been my favorite friend. He's so helpful.
Yeah.
And I always call him my homie, but his name is Marcus. He's so cool.
That's awesome.
Good.
Before we leave, I just want to tell, one of the big points is that hiring people with disabilities, I know some hiring managers and others, it may be something that you haven't done before. And if you want to talk to folks here at Goodwill about how to do that process, how we can guide you through it, how job coaching works, what it's like, how it really adds. We have these wonderful employer partners like CDS and many, many others, and you could be on that list too, and have amazing employees like Antonio and others in your as the face of your community. We really, the evidence shows that hiring people with disabilities, they stay longer on the job, there's less turnover. And so it makes economic as well as all sorts of sense to investigate this. So if you're interested please let us know and reach out to us. And I was gonna grab something. If you're interested in hiring, we have, I think it's called Find Good People at goodwillny.org. So if you're interested in that, please do that. And if you know anyone who wants to join the program, come on board. Please come over, and you can email that at services@goodwillny.org or both, but we'll get you to the right place. But I would love to connect you and make sure that you can join us if you have any interest in hiring, any interest in learning more about how your hiring managers can do this or yourself. We really love that. I want to thank Antonio and Mellisa. And what do we think of this new format?
I love it. Look at this.
It's more like a talk show.
Yeah, and I love this for you.
Yeah, I love this for me too.
Antonio.
And
also going forward, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say that it doesn't matter if you have a disability or autism. You see, I got a job. I know you can do it too.
Ooh. Very good.
I love it. Well, I hope also that you might join us for our Evening of Treasures, which is coming up on May 3rd. It's a great time it's our big fundraising event of the year, which helps support these programs, as well as shopping and donating all year round at our stores. We're always looking for partners, and we can't wait to celebrate with you more. Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure, and I love the new format. It was really great, and it's just been a delightful conversation today. So, do we have any questions or any comments? We're here on the couch here at Goodwill to answer if anyone has any thoughts. Can you look at the chat, or can I look at the chat? Maybe we'll see.
How do we do it?
Let's see. We'll see. We're gonna double check, see if we can do that. I think I've done it before, but you like this format. All right.
Sure.
Well, I don't see any. Oh, I got it up, and I don't see any chats. We do want to. I believe Antonio's supervisor is on the Zoom, hopefully. So we want to say hi to you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll Have a great afternoon, everyone. And we'll talk to you next time at the Good Talk with Katy.
Take care. Bye-bye.